This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressed in all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in the ice cream whip, triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation. Ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps come.
Oh, Henry! It's the coach. This is NFL football on EA Sports. Coming up, the big man, Derrick Henry, fresh off a big game a week ago, as it'll be the Oakland Raiders taking on the Houston Texans. After 2 weeks on the road, they're finally ready for the home opener in Houston. Standing by on the call, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the Houston Texans. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Texan ball club entering play here. It's been a great start to the season. Back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go. But they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Raiders, they come in at an early crossroads here, facing a tough opponent on the road where a loss would make them 0-3.
And when you start that way, doubts really start to creep into a locker room, and guys start to battle each other instead of worrying about winning games.
It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. They will be led out by a second-round pick in 2019. Out of Missouri, it's Drew Lock.
And frankly, this is the type of game that a great quarterback relishes because 0-2 on the road, everything's against him and his team. No one can expect them to win. Sometimes you band together real tight in that situation, and if he plays really well, they've got a chance to get that done.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Lock to throw on 2nd down. Flushed out right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. A look now at the Oakland offense.
And this offensive line, they're going to have to be a lot better than they were right there. We certainly won't measure them just by one play, but they definitely got a big challenge ahead of them in this one because this defense, they love to run blitz, and they clog up the running lanes.
Now Lock. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Fielded just inside the 20. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Back to throw, Watson. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. But it's going to be 2nd down. And let's take a look at the Texans offense.
DeAndre Hopkins was named All-Pro for the first time in 2017, and really don't have to do much but look at the statistics to know why. 4 touchdown grabs in 2016, jumped that up to 13 in 2017. That led all NFL receivers. Also added in 96 catches and close to 1,400 yards. DeAndre Hopkins' ability to get free in the secondary is a marvel, mainly because of head fakes and body control.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on the punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 7 yards there and a 1st down. They go play action here on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Chris Herndon. And that'll bring up 2nd down. A run through the starters defensively for the Texans. They were excellent a week ago in that victory over the Colts.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. You know, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Clock will try again on 2nd down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It was Breland Speaks getting home to the quarterback that time.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
And looking at Houston defensively, they've got a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd. On 3rd and long, it's Locke. And that will be incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And the first drive, 3-and-out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
So if they open things up, let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. On on the ground. This is Derrick Henry. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snootful, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Derrick Henry. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Here's how they'll line things up on the defensive side of the ball for Oakland. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
And that play right there shows exactly why they're so good against the run. Held the line of scrimmage, held the point of attack, and stuffed him for no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? Well, he was just trying to contain DeAndre Hopkins, and he got a little too close.
And because of his ability to line up in different spots on the field and come at you from different angles, different guys have to cover him, and all of them have the same.
And it's a fumble. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Watson hands to Miller on the draw. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. On 2nd and 2, Watson. And finding the tight end Hooper. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Watson now to throw. This is caught. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. From 4 yards out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed, way harder to cover than before.
On for the point after is Randy Bullock. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it results in the Texans finding the end zone. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Now this is Callaway on the receiving end. There he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Antonio Callaway, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. And they're able to get the connection on the long touchdown pass. And that's one of the easiest drive summaries you'll ever see. One play, touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Second and 5 now. Watson, the catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
They keep it with Miller on first down. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders' 43-yard line. Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a first down. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So forget the 3 and out. The penalty makes this 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Henry. And he gets it down to the 32. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4. The Raiders' 32-yard line.
7-7, our score after 1.
7-7.
Set! 19! Watching it grind! You gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this? Line him up!
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Running from the gun with Henry. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. He was able to escape momentarily in the backfield, but you could just kind of tell that wasn't going anywhere.
You know, in the film session, he'll get a minus for not getting him on the ground by himself. But what the coach is really going to analyze, how fast did his teammates get there to help him? If one guy slows him up, everyone else better be there, and that's what they got on that play.
Yeah, let's go sack lunch. Kill.
On second down now, it's Henry. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves him still needing 11 here on third down. Throwing on third down, Watson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
A 43-yard attempt.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. On second down, Jacobs. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Lock now on first down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Running the toss here to Jacobs. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 46. Lock now on first down. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there.
Got it. Check my 50. Mike is a 50. Check my 50. What's the run? They're running it.
Here's Locke to throw. Incomplete.
On the set.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Locke going to throw. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. And, partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away?
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Oakland. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. He's hoping to get it going. They're hoping to get him going, too. You know, he's about ready to pop one here in the second quarter. He's hoping.
And his offensive line teammates, they want to get one of those, too, because they want to continue to run the football. Most offensive linemen like that.
And Watson's going to go down in the end zone. It's a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. Here comes Carter. Out comes Michael Gallup and company as they take the field. Looking down at the stats here, realizing he has no catches. They've targeted him twice, but no catches. So how do they get him more involved, Charles?
You make sure he touches it on routes that he likes to run. Maybe even run a reverse or some type of a jet sweep so he gets his hands on the ball and get him active.
He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
DeAndre Hopkins and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field. Second quarter here, he has only 1 catch, but they have the lead. You got to think, though, he's going to be more involved at some point.
That's what you would expect, but sometimes what defenses do to take away a player of his magnitude, it costs them in other areas. And right now, with them losing, they may have to change their focus, and maybe he will open up a little bit more as the game goes on.
Well, so far, just the single catch. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up second down. Off of play action, it's Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now Watson to throw on third down. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on third down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Pass interference. Defense. 11 yards. 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 Pass interference. Defense. 11
A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop. They will run the draw with Jacobs. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Throwing his lock on 3rd down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23.
A short gain that doesn't get him the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. 4th down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson. This is a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. Carlson able to put this one through. And they take the lead here by 2, 12-10. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
This one fielded at the 5. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. 20. Touchdown, Houston. He goes 95 yards to the house on the kick return. And the Texans have retaken the lead. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the lead is up to 5. Showing off that speed and electric boost that he has. 95 yards that kick return goes down for. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it. Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. On 1st down, Locke. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. Throw complete to Herndon. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 12 yards that time at an Oakland 1st down. Here's Locke. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. They look to throw. It's Locke. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Locke looks to throw it again. That's taken in by Callaway. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. On 1st and 10, Watson, wide open receiver, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Picked up a first down.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson, and that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will push the lead up to 5. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here are the Texans to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Second half begins with a run by Henry. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. He's got Hooper on the short connection. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Henry out of the pistol. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. On 3rd down, Watson airing it out deep for Woods. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They had enough yards for the 1st down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No 1st down.
Here's Matt Bosher now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. On 2nd down and 4. Locke. Herndon's got it complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Give him a 1st down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a 1st down.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back.
At 70, Indy.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
On 2nd down, it's Jacobs. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. Oh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here's A.J. Cole now, standing just outside his own goal line. Oh, fighting off the defender. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. And as we peer at the numbers, he got off to a struggling start, but since then really found his rhythm.
And I think that comes together with not just the halftime adjustments, but just that quiet confidence. If you just keep doing the things you've been working on, eventually there will be creases. You know, find those gaps in the defense, keep working on them, and maybe what didn't happen very well for you in the beginning of the game starts to open up as the game moves on.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. With a catch made by Hopkins. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. A first down carry for Henry. It was Reggie Ragland who got him down. They'll run it again with Henry. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
117, 117.
From the 50, it's Watson. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Houston. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Lock now, 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On 2nd and a couple. Lock got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Lock now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Oh, able to avoid him. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd. From the 39. Lock. He's got Herndon, his tight end. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Throwing on 1st down is Lock. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Back to the running game with Jacobs. He's still fighting forward. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. To throw it is Lock.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Here we go, here we go. 90, Wolf.
Here's Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have retaken the lead. And, Charles, when you catch that toss going right or left, really, but right in this instance, do you go straight for the pylon? Is that where you're going?
Well, typically you want to try and maneuver people a little bit so you have some space to get to the pylon. So I want to make sure I try and move them a little bit to the inside, and in this case to the left, so I can get to the right side and get to that pylon and wink at it as I go by.
You ain't going nowhere. Now.
Locke working out of the gun. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And in the third quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for two too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
It's second and 8 at the 27-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle, come up on second and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Watson. And Woods has it complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. The Texans on third down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Here's Matt Bosher now. He's been terrific so far. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Raiders now to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. That'll get them some of what they needed, but they're still left here with a 3rd and 9 forthcoming. To throw on 3rd down. Locke. And it's caught by Herndon. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, a 22. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
50, plant. Hey, pick your game up.
Throwing on 1st down. Locke, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tyrann Mathieu, normally known for the pass coverage, this time a sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Throwing now is Locke. Hooking up over the middle with Herndon. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 15. Now Locke. Got his man there complete to Gallup. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
They got the completion, but they didn't get the first down, so you got to think if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're pretty happy with what you just accomplished there.
Yeah, guy, like you said, got him out of bounds, stopped the clock, kept him short of the marker. Cole now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes a better punter may actually determine the outcome.
And out across midfield, down to the 45. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. A shotgun snap for Watson. He finds Hopkins complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. Watson on 1st down. That's going to be caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
To the air yet again, Watson. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12.
Got him. Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now a pass taken in by the tight end Herndon. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Lock now on first down. Well, there's that man again. It's complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. A gain of 6 there on first. Throwing again on second down. Lock. That's a staple of this offense. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
The Raiders on third down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is third down and 12. Throwing his Lock on third down. Open man, right side is his running back. It's complete downfield. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 28. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, a Turkey Bowl, a Thanksgiving Day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. To throw again on second down. Lock. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Raiders on third down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is third down and 12. Lock going to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. David Onyemata in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Here's A.J. Cole now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. On the NFL scoreboard, 4th quarter now at Soldier Field. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Out of the gun, Watson. And it's complete. Henry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. They'll run with Henry. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Again, it's Henry. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. The 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Down to an Egos Watson, and that should just about do it for this ball game. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football. All the